To many, Sweden is just a country located in Northern Europe, but to many other families and friends, it is home to many traditions, cultural aspects, and mouth-watering Swedish meatballs. Families like mine celebrate many traditions each year on specific days that hold true meanings to their cultural heritage. Many celebrate the longest day of the year with midsummer to get the summer started off just right. Just like in America on Christmas and around that time of year, there are many traditions that people of Sweden have followed for hundreds of years. One of the most popular and one of my favorite holidays that involves a lot of traditions is Midsummer. Midsummer is a holiday celebrated in Sweden on the longest day of the year when the sun shines all day. Since this day is taking place in the countryside, all the major cities are ghost towns with no people and no lights. This long day starts off with gathering flowers and leaves to make the traditional midsummer crown to wear. Along with collecting the flowers and leaves for the crown, it is also a tradition to collect them for the maypole. Sweden.com describes the traditional maypole as a pole decorated with blue and gold ribbons, flowers, and leaves. Once the pole is decorated, it is put up in a field so that local dance groups can perform around it. The traditional dances that are performed around the maypole are called ring dances. An article from Real Scandinavia states that the most popular dance song is called Smorgårdarna, which is a song about frogs where everyone dances around the pole like a frog, singing this song. When I was younger and a Swedish dancer, that song used to be my favorite because it was so fun to sing and dance to. Overall, midsummer is just a great holiday to enjoy the weather and the beginning of summer with friends and family with so many traditions. Christmas time in Sweden is by far one of the biggest holidays they have, with a lot of traditions that can vary from family to family. The first day they celebrate is December 13th, which is St. Lucia's Day. VisitSweden.com says that the day originally came from a young Christian girl named St. Lucia who was killed for her faith. Now, traditionally this day is celebrated by girls dressing up in white gowns, red sashes around their waists, and candles in their hands. The main girl in this ceremony is called a Lucia, who wears a white gown, red sash, and a crown of candles on her head. The boys dress up as star boys in long white shirts, pointy hats, and they carry star wands. The traditional ceremony starts off with all the boys and girls coming into the room where they surround the Christmas tree. Once everyone is lined up, the Lucia will go over to her parents and offer them St. Lucia's Day buns, which are commonly known as hot cross buns. The Lucia will then return back into the line by the Christmas tree, and they will all sing songs and then exit and enjoy a feast with their families. As a previous Swedish dancer and having experience being the Lucia ceremony, I can honestly say it takes a lot of hard work to memorize all the songs and dances, but in the end it's all worth it to see your family smiling for the sole purpose that you are carrying on great Swedish traditions. Christmas Eve is when the real family traditions come out with the food. During this day, the entire family gets together with their great recipes for a smorgasbord, or a buffet. Usually with Christmas ham, pickled pig's feet, dried cod, and many different sweets for dessert. After everyone's bellies are full of great food, the time comes that the children usually enjoy the most. Instead of getting presents on Christmas morning from Santa like we do in America, in Sweden they receive them on Christmas Eve night. Typically, a friend or family member dresses up as a tomte, which is a Christmas gnome. Typically, this gnome is supposed to live under the floorboards of the house and rides a straw goat. The children leave out porridge for him and leave candles on in the windows so he can find their way to their homes. Just like Santa, though, the Christmas gnome brings the children's presents in his giant sack. Christmas Eve is a holiday that my family splits because we typically have a smorgasbord that night for dinner, but we follow the American traditions with Santa. Overall, Sweden is more than just a country with mountains, cities, and islands. Sweden is a cultural aspect of many families that bonds families together from all around the world. From midsummer to the long celebration of Christmas, Sweden has so many traditions to offer and to learn about that might surprise you. With holidays comes great food and many secret recipes passed down that will sure make your taste buds want another bite of Sweden.